Floors, edit, sketch, or boundary. So we've drawn a floor in, we used the sketch mode, we reviewed a couple of the key rules of sketch mode. But what if we want to yet edit the sketch? We drew it, we checked the green checkbox, and oh wait, I want to change something about this sketch. How do you do that? Well, what you can do is you can select on the floor. Now, selection can be a little bit tricky, especially of floors in plan view, because it's sharing a space with other objects. Notice when I hover over a wall, I'm trying to pick the floor is there, but it's not finding it. And even if I go at the door, it's still not finding it, it's finding the door. Now, it just so happens down here, it has nothing in its way, so I can pick the floor. So how do you pick the floor if there's stuff in the way? So one way to pick the floor is to look at it in another view. So if I were to just double click on this section view, well, now I can clearly see the floor, I can click on it, pick it, and edit it, and that's great. So what if I want to edit the boundary? How do I do that? Or edit the sketch? I want to change what's there. Well, once it's selected, look up in the ribbon under Modify Floors, and you'll notice that there's an Edit Boundary button. So you can just click on Edit Boundary. Then it's going to say, okay, I can't use this view to edit the boundary because you're actually looking at it in a plan view. So would you like to go to another floor plan view? And yeah, let's go to Floor Plan, top of Floor 1. So I'll just double click on that. So here we go. We're in sketch mode, kind of like how we were before. We are editing the sketch. We have to still follow those same rules. So we want to make sure that there's no gaps, lines meet end to end, and there's no overlapping lines. Great. There's one more little thing I wanted to show you about this sketch though. What if I were to draw a rectangle right here? Am I breaking some sort of sketch mode rule by doing that? No, actually what's going to happen is that is going to be an inner loop, and this part right here, that will be a void. Let me just click on the Finish Edit Mode. So what do we have? We did Finish Edit Mode. Let's click on our default 3D view. So notice what's happened is we have a void inside of the floor. Okay, let's change this up a little bit. I'm going to click on the floor in 3D mode, and now I'm going to click on Edit Boundary. So notice what happens is now we've got our sketch mode right back up, and we can start sketching, we can follow all the rules, and we can also sort of see it in the context of the building. This also illustrates another point. Sketch mode is 2D. So as you draw, it's not showing elevation, it's just showing it based upon a plane, and it's very 2D. Once you click on the Finish Edit mode, then yes, 3D will appear. Let me delete that inner loop there. Now you could go ahead and just draw some more lines here if you want to. You could split it. I'm hitting escape between those commands too. So split, escape, or trim. And then once I'm done, I'll hit escape. And then what that does is just kind of keeps you moving. You'll find that just having your finger over escape all the time is something that can help you move quicker. So if I click on finish, there we go. So now we have edited the sketch of our floor.